Well, hey everyone. Before the official launch of season two of My Movie Story, I just wanted to take the chance to make this quick video. Firstly, to say thanks for following my first podcast in 2023. And I couldn't really be happier with the positive response that you've given it. And I've had a great time putting it together for you. Now, looking back over season one and the 20 episodes and 60 films that we've covered, here's some of the real standouts. In episode one, Mac talked about chasing Amy and how that film made a real massive difference for him. It took a lot of the stress out of the process of coming out. And the film shows that the journey of coming out is really unique and personal to the individual. And this film captures that beautifully. In episodes two and three, Marcus and Emily shared their love for the movie The Goonies, agreeing it was the definitive movie of their childhood and of any kid growing up in the 80s and 90s. It always brings back that flood of memories and nostalgia, and it represents freedom and curiosity and adventure, showing that the kids can outsmart the adults, that they've got what it takes, they want to prove it, and that they can save the day. In episode 15, Rebecca spoke about mega blockbuster Avatar, and what stood out for this film for her was the exploration of its themes of, taking care of the environment and the dangers of taking too much from the world. And it also really beautifully captures the spiritual connection to the planet and nature. In episode 18, Chris talks about Good Will Hunting, and being a therapist that works with young people, this resonated really closely with her. The character of Will is an everyman that she sees in a lot of people in her life. And the film also really reminds viewers that you might have had a difficult life and a troubled past, but you're not defined by your story. You can write a new one, and that's what Good Will Hunting was all about. Now, being my first podcast, I also wanted to share with you some of the stats from the launch of the show and just show you how it's been doing. So far, we've had over 1,400 views on YouTube, about 550 downloads on Spotify, and our favorite Facebook page is at about 127 likes and counting. So, thank you very much for your support so far. And if you know of anyone who you think would really enjoy the show, share the links with them to the YouTube page, the Spotify channel, and the Facebook page, and help me get it out there, because I really want to grow this podcast and make it as big and successful as possible. As a movie lover and a host of the show, doing My Movie Story has given me so much in return, not just the ability to talk passionately about movies, but for the people that I've been able to meet. And I've been able to connect with fascinating and interesting people from all over the world who I might never have had the chance to connect with or meet in person and otherwise, but they've come from all walks of life, such as working in a funeral home, working in the media, making short films of their own, writers, public speakers, coaches, and they've all been united by this common love of movies and storytelling. And I've had the opportunity to rediscover films I haven't seen for a long time, and in many cases discovered films that I'd never even heard of, and had the privilege to watch. And seeing these films from the guest perspective has been really insightful, and I hope that's been your experience of watching it or listening to the podcast as well. Seeing an old movie that you've never seen, with brand new eyes, seeing a film you have seen with a refreshed perspective and noticing something different about it. That's really what the podcast has been about, and I feel like the guests have really brought that to the show. So with that being said, now into season two. Launches this coming Monday, the 25th of March, 7 p.m. Australian time. And you'll see it on YouTube first. So that's 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. And then on Thursday at 10 a.m., you'll see it on Spotify. We've already got a bunch of episodes in the can. I'm not going to reveal any of the title of the movies here, but you'll have to watch that each week. I can tell you, I've spoken to guests about movies that have helped them to see the true beauty of people that lies within, how a movie inspired them to journey around the world in search of meaning and purpose, how film gave them a deeper understanding and appreciation for the challenges of people living with mental health issues, and how being inspired by a filmmaker years ago then led that person to meet their role model in person and be a part of one of their movies and their child. So many great guests, so many movies. Please make sure that you check these out each week. So just as a reminder, you can always like, follow, subscribe, and share the show via the YouTube and Spotify channels. Make sure you follow our official Facebook page, and that way you can be notified when new episodes drop online and other updates and news. All those links are below. Now, to align with the launch of season two of My Movie Story, I'm running a little giveaway. So just like this video on Facebook, go ahead and tag a friend in the comments section, share it to your profile, and I will send you a free copy of my latest ebook, The Movie Buff Survival Kit, Strategies to Triumph Over 10 Film Watching Woes. This is normally priced at $5, but I'm giving it to you for free. There's also another free offer inside the ebook. So make sure you follow those steps on Facebook that I just mentioned. Once I've seen that you've done that, I'll send you a copy of the ebook for free. Finally, if any of you love movies as much as we do at My Movie Story, and you think you could talk about a few of your favorites and you've always wanted to be on a podcast, why not consider being a guest on the show? I'm always on the lookout for new people and new perspectives on familiar or little known movies. So if you're interested, the link to be a guest is in the comment section below. I hope to be hearing from you soon. Thanks for watching this video, listening and watching the podcast. And I hope to see you checking in with the show each week. Get out there, see as many movies as you can. Have a great year, and I hope you enjoy season 2 of My Movie Story. Bye, guys.